What's your name and where you're currently based?
I'm JK, Frederick, and I'm from London, UK.
Beautiful. So tell us, prior to joining WCA,
Yeah.
what would you say was the biggest problem or challenge in your life, and how has that affected you?
It's interesting. I think even before I get there, it's like the story of how I stumbled on LMA first was because I had come out of a space of experiencing long-term and severe depression. And I was looking for something that I could, a program, a course, somebody that I could connect with and who would maybe based on their experience be able to give me some more tools that I would need to help me to move to this new space of not being depressed. Mm-hmm. And then I stumbled on LMA, first of all, which blew my mind to the point where I actually had to take some time out of work and take myself out of my normal environment to go and finish the program because I felt it deserved that type of time from me. So I did that at the end of December last year, and then following that there was the information about the WCA program, and as soon as I got that I just immediately just signed up to have a call and to find out more and to be interviewed for the retreat. And then I was successful. I'd already put it in it's the interesting thing is I'd already put it in my diary before I'd even had the call. Because I said, this is the next space for me. And that's how I got to WCA.
Beautiful. Well, I remember the interview that we had. And believe me, we have hundreds of interviews, sometimes even in 1 week. So you were special. So on that note then, you made it here.
Yes.
We're in Thailand. What would you
Yes.
say made you the happiest or surprised you the most about being here?
What has surprised me the most is how open I have been. I have shocked my own damn self, to be honest. I came here with one mission, and that was to do everything differently. So rather than sit at the back, sit at the front. Rather than go off on a walk on my own, engage with people, but also recognizing it's okay for me to have some quiet time as well, because I do need it. So I think what surprised me is how ready I have been and how open I have been. It surprised me to the extent I feel almost a little bit embarrassed maybe by some of my openness and expressions, but I feel that that's just me. That's just me wanting what I want, and that is to be in a different headspace, and I want to absorb the information because once WCA is over, I have to now start thinking about how do I start to implement what I've learned here. I don't want to just absorb and do nothing with the information and just get fat off that information. I want to absorb and implement so that I can feel the success. I can feel the purpose of WCA, not just for 5 days, but the after effects as well.
I love that. So on that note then, for you specifically, what would you say was the biggest shift or maybe aha moment that you have experienced?
I've had so many, but I think the biggest shift for me, and I've had so many in this last couple of days, was actually in the last session when I finally accept that it's okay for me to be happy, and it's okay for me to feel loved and to love others. And that just hit me right in my heart, and I didn't know that I would feel that so intensely. And I'm still trying to, it's not something you want to process, but I feel like, I should process. Why can't I just accept that that's okay for me to feel like that? It's really, yeah. I didn't know that that's really maybe one of the things I really wanted was just to have that feeling. so I know how to identify with that feeling and not shy away from it.
And you are so lovable. You are so lovable, and I love you so much. So for people that are watching this and they maybe want to feel exactly the same way, what would you say to the person that's currently 50-50 whether they should join this experience or not?
I think if we're really honest with ourselves, deep down we know what we want. We know we know what we deserve. However, life has a funny way of throwing so many obstacles, it dilutes that original nature of who we are, what we can feel, just the natural essence of it all, and it dilutes it and distorts it, right? So for me, what I would say to others is to ignore what you think you don't know and just go for what you think you know or want, and you'll probably get something totally different from it. Because I mean, I've gotten so much out of these last couple of days. I almost feel sad that it's going to end in like a day and a half, if I'm honest. I want more. But I don't know what the more is it that I want, but I just want more of this good, as Tim would say, yum, yum, yum feeling, you know, that really just hits me right in my heart. And I connected with LMA because I did something different, is that I clicked on an infomercial on YouTube and then watched the webinar, and I didn't follow what normal people would do, which is second guess and not take the next step, which was to do the program. And I committed to that. And I would definitely suggest to other people that you follow your own North Star, your desire. You know, get curious about what your future could be. Get curious about a different way of feeling and seeing the world. Get curious about yourself and just desire more than ever before to want more from yourself than other people want for you.